Okay, welcome to the Hillbilly Trader. Let's talk about silver. Now, I should have given you this trade last night, but I was tired, and I made a whiskey old-fashioned with maple syrup, maybe one, maybe two of them, and then I went to sleep. And I forgot I hadn't done it until today, this afternoon, so I'm getting old. So let's take a peek at silver. I can have some people vouch for you that this was done beforehand. I went to peek at a 60-minute silver chart. Now, on silver, there was a huge sell-off, okay? But notice right here by this pivot, there was some volume that came in there. Another lesser sell-off with big volume. And then a higher pivot low, higher pivot low, higher pivot low. Now, this is called an iceberg. What this means is there was a big order hanging out there at R6, R5, R4, R3. Somebody had an order in there. What's that mean? Well, an iceberg, you can only see like 10% of it. And somebody was suppressing the price of silver until it got over that. And we don't know how big the order was until it got over that price. Now, the hillbilly likes Red Bull and beer, not together. But we didn't know if it'd go up over the top of that or not. Now, it just depends. So we placed an order in there, but how do we want to trade it? And one of our purposes of our charter is not to get screwed by the big boys and make it so that we can get out of trouble. So how do we do the trade? I even drew you a damn picture last night, and I was too tired to post it. What the hell kind of deal is that? There's a big drop, less of a drop. Notice the volume spikes down here. It's moving up. That's where we trigger in. Crosses above the iceberg, we buy. But what we're going to do is we're going to sell some puts and buy lots of calls. Well, I don't know how long it's going to take these Tea Party Republicans to unscramble everything. But we're going to go in here and look at SLV. Now, if I look at SLV right here, and I take a peek at it, and I put this trade on already. Now, I was kind of bad. I did it a few days ago. I was like a young man chasing all the girls. I just jumped the gun. I got excited. I saw silver coming down, and I got in, and sure as hell I'm down $2,000 on it. Could be worse, but I put enough time on it. Now, what do I mean I put enough time on that? I went out there, and I did the October calls, all right? Way the hell out there. Okay, October, September. I don't remember which. Getting old. I just looked at the screen. But if I come in here and I click on risk graph, I go to SLV, and I go to sell one put. Now, this is what the most classic guys would say to you. They go, Jeff, let's sell a put. Just one measly little put. Come on, sell it right here at 37. You could still do this. It's going up. Yeah, you get $4.35 for holding it for 4 months. No, this is called a bent over risk graph. It's very unappealing. I make no money if I'm right. What the hell is that? Well, I don't want to not make money if I'm right. If I'm right, I want to make some damn money. Enough to buy me some more whiskey. And what I'm going to do is come in here. I decide to buy some 43 calls. Now, those 142. Ooh, we can get 4. Well, at least 3. We can get 3 of these. Right there at 43, I can sell, if I sell the 37s, which are slightly in the money. Oh, that's why they're in the money. Let's change that. Okay, I get 365, and 2 of those, I can't quite get 3 almost. My maximum risk there, $50. I'd buy 3 for $50. Worst case scenario is I lose $50 through this area. Yeah, that's not so bad if it goes up there. I'm not going to marry this put very long because this is my risk. When this thing jumps up, I'm going to close my put. So when it runs up, we're going to turn it into an inverted butterfly. We're going to buy back the put and turn it into an inverted butterfly. The hell is that? Well, 1 bar move, and we're going to change the damn trade. We're not going to let it screw us. 1 bar move, and we'll change the trade. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? Do I really want to get into that much detail? I opened a Red Bull, and I could show you just a hair, I suppose. Let me show you what I mean. I was going to let it go and just mosey on about my business. But since I poured a Red Bull, I better have a sip. Might have to mix it with some Jack 3D That's not like in Jack Daniels. That's like in, can't think right now, like in energy drinks. No, not an energy drink like when you work out. Now, let's take a quick lesson here. This is a flowcharting program. A flowchart means we got a plan. Plan means that we can't get screwed. Now, this plan is to set it up so that if it runs up, I'm not going to get shafted. Now, here's our current trade that we just put on. We sold a put, bought lots and lots of damn calls. Lots and lots and lots of them. Okay, lots of calls. It runs up, we make money. Woohoo! Well, when it gets up here, we're going to turn it into this trade right here. Okay? This is the trade we're going to pop it into. Come on, computer, don't treat me like that. I already had to make this recording twice because it screwed up. Made me a little frustrated. Okay, let's just link those together. Not that I want to link them together, but I'm going to have to. So I can make them a little bigger so you can see them. And I can use this uber cool tool called the paint formatter. Now this hillbilly knows a little bit about PCs. Just a little bit. Okay? This is an inverted butterfly. Notice it's minus 1C right there, plus 2C minus 1C. Okay? So over here, let's put what we got. Let's make a little hillbilly notation. Minus 1P plus 1C. Oh, minus 1P plus 3C. We did plus 3C. Okay, well, we could do this. Let's just do 2 for the sake of this example, 2C. And let's just show you what we're going to do to make some money. Okay, let me just show you. Come on, computer, don't treat me like that. I want to go into font. And I'm getting older every year, and I want to make this bigger. Come on, computer, let's make that font bigger. Let's get it clear up here to 36 font. Now, we notice we don't have a P up here. Let's unformat this. There's no P. What that means, there's no put. No put means what? No put means if we got up here, no risk. Okay, for those of you who need an options class, go buy one. All right, this shows you when it runs up here. If you're going to buy something, buy just a little basic option class and try to learn something. Okay, if it comes back up here, this is how we're doing things. We're leaving it on for a little bigger run. Comes up here, this is what we got. It's called an inverted butterfly. When we do that, we'll probably be at risk-free. I also call it the Van Halen. It kind of reminds me of the Van Halen. This is what it looks like. Looks like the Van Halen if it runs up there. Minus 1P plus 2C. Now, that's what we're going to do on our silver because we want to get to a risk-free silver trade. Okay. We can do that trade or we can do this one. This is another one. It's called a ratio backspread when it runs up there. Now, this is the one I'll probably do, to be honest, because it looks pretty good when we get it running back up there. Now, let's show you this. Instead of this one, I might do this one. We just got a few bags of trick in here. There's more than one way to catch a cat or a possum, or a trout for that matter. Let's paste this thing in here. Let's link them together so we can move them around. Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. Come on, computer, don't treat me like that. Don't. It's like a stubborn girl. It's just not treating me right. I didn't get them all linked there. Let's treat them all together. Say link this up. Group objects. Now let's move it down here. Let's go to our painter and let's make that thing black. Okay, let's get to our format painter. Make it black. Come on, computer. Don't be stubborn. There we go. So this is what it looks like. This would be a backspread. And you can't really read those, but we'd be minus 1C. Well, let's make it bigger so that we can read it in case we're old. Look, this would be minus 1C plus 2C. Okay, it's a backspread. It's the way we're going to adjust it. Now, that's a little complicated for a rookie. It's a little complicated. I know it. It's a little bit hard. Let's make it a little bit easier. This is another trade the same way that I'm looking at. The same exact way. This one is HDY. Now, HDY has, you know, let me tell you, this is Thinkorswim. Now, Thinkorswim, Those rat bastards sold out. They sold out to Ameritrade. Now, they did good with options, but their charts just plain suck. They are not set up right. Now, here's a superb charting program. If you want a superb charting program, talk to Tom Joseph, okay? Akron, Ohio, have him design it, because those dumbasses couldn't figure it out right. Now, look at this. There's a big drop, less of a drop, big spikes in volume, but this is kind of like a two-headed head and shoulders. There's a head, there's a shoulder, and then it's getting ready to take off. Well, we buy it when it breaks above there. We got some pretty good volume chasing this back up, and this one directly relates to the dollar. So we're looking at HDY moving up. It's the same trade, so how do we trade this one? If I look at HDY, not silver, now let me disclose something to you. I have a position in silver. Yes, I do. I jumped the gun on that position in silver. I jumped the gun a little bit. I wasn't patient. I got all excited. But I have a position in HDY. Why do I tell you that? Look, if you buy it and you think you can move the stock up and you can front run it, or I got in first and then you buy it second, if I get a better price because you bought it, not my fault. At least you knew. And if you think that you have enough money, or any of you watch this video, to move silver up, go ahead and try. It'll help me out. Okay? If you do HDY, go ahead and try. It'll help me out. I sold 10 in the money puts and bought 50 calls. Well, that's the same kind of trade. When it runs up there, I'm going to close my 6 puts and keep my 50 calls. That's what I hope to do. Anyways, that's one of the things, and hope it just keeps running. All right. Now, I also did a trade the other day before I tied into my whiskey. We looked at Ralph Lauren. And we said, it's just not good in the month of May. We should look for Ralph Lauren to drop. Did Ralph Lauren drop? It did a little bit, but it went up against us. So did A&F. Somebody bought the $80 jeans for their kids. But we hedged it. Even if it went up, we didn't get hurt that bad. Didn't really smart. I think we got in on this bar, but we set it to hedge us off if it runs up. Now, I didn't set you up a follow-up trade because I've been too damn busy. But that is a paper trade I put in there. The other ones, they're real trades. They're with real money. So I think I'll be watching them. I'll be highly motivated to follow up on the silver trade, and I'll be highly motivated to follow up on the HDY trade. And we'll see if we can find some next time. Once again, I humbly apologize for being late with my recording. I just got old and took a nap after my whiskey. All right, catch you guys next week.